Here's your First Warn Weather Forecast First, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
It's a sunny but chilly afternoon across the state line today. Temperatures only made their way into the mid and upper 30s. That's partly because we had still some snow cover that was on the ground from late last night into the part of today, and that kept our temperatures a little bit cooler despite the otherwise dry air and plenty of sunshine. We have a little bit of cloud cover moving through the area at the moment that will start to at least bring some clouds to the area, but generally speaking, clearer skies as we get into the night tonight. Temperatures holding either fairly steady where they are now or possibly even rising a few degrees through the night, only into the low 30s for those overnight lows and upper 20s in a few locations, but we are back into the 50s as early as tomorrow. I'll break down what the warmth means for our incoming storm chances next week, coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
Today is a day of racial healing in the state line. Local leaders discuss how to improve our communities and open the conversation. A Rockford church has been celebrating all month long why their founder put an emphasis on education. And local bookstores join forces again. The second annual crawl is about community, not competition.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. This morning, community members and leaders from across the area gathered at Freeport Public Library for a day of racial healing. The event featured guest speakers and a discussion about why racial healing matters and how to improve Freeport for everyone. Blake Dietz attended the event to learn more about how leaders are pushing for change, one conversation at a time.
We have to understand what they are thinking and then be mindful of those things.
Leaders, activists, and residents of Freeport gathered Saturday to hold discussions about how to build trust, relationships, and community within the city. It's all in honor of National Day of Racial Healing. Though the day is observed in January, NAACP Freeport Branch President Patricia Norman says it's never too late to encourage important conversations.
It does have to start with each community. You know, and once we work in our own community, and then we work with our neighboring communities, that's how the ball gets started and we're able to make a difference. With an event like this, it gives us an opportunity to have a conversation about them and to begin to build relationships that will evolve into a relationship based on trust.
Those conversations included a panel featuring Freeport resident and historian Denaro Thomas, who says the day isn't just about healing, but helping.
Really a mindset. You know, we're bringing people that are all different races, different creeds, nationalities, that have a mindset, that have the same collective mindset about changing the identity, how we see Freeport, and it's bringing different races together to do that. I think it's more of that as opposed to healing, or as opposed to, you know, we're trying to heal from something. It's really about what can we do to help something.
What can you do to help? Norman says just start a dialogue.
Get to know your community. Get to know people who don't necessarily look like you. Have those conversations. Be welcoming to people who look different from you.
Reporting in Freeport for your home team, I'm Blake Dietz.
The oldest black church in Rockford is celebrating its founder. Allen Chapel held a reception in honor of founding father Richard Allen. He formed the African Methodist Episcopal Church in 1787. Churches around the world celebrate for the entire month of February, including on the 14th. That's Allen's birthday.
Just pay tribute to his founding and his vision and his insight and what he had for us, and we're trying to continue his legacy, which is still important today, because a lot of things that he taught is one thing is education. The AME Church believes in education. And, because education is the key to everything.
This year's theme is We Came from 1787 to the present and still moving forward. IDOT is asking drivers to be alert on the lookout this weekend as crews clean up the state's expressway system. 30 maintenance crews will be out today removing litter that has accumulated on the side of the roads over the winter. The operation will not result in any lane closures, but equipment and workers may be present. Officials are asking drivers to use caution, remain alert, and slow down. A new bill from the Capitol seeks to ban dangerous food additives from being used in the manufacturing process of food products. These additives include bromated vegetable oil, potassium bromate, and red dye number 3. Additives like red dye number 3 can be found in thousands of foods on the market, such as candies and cake mixes, and it has been linked to cancer. It's also been banned from makeup and cosmetics for more than 30 years. Book lovers are supporting local businesses in Rockford. 5 stores joined forces again for the 2nd annual Indie Bookstore Crawl. Each store had sales, raffles, and giveaways all day long. When you buy a book, you get an event bookmark. Plus, if you stopped at all 5 stores, you could be entered to win a gift card to each one. One owner says the lines have been long, but that's a good thing.
Everybody's been extremely patient. The lines were really long. No negative interactions at all today, which is saying something for the number of interactions we've had. Rockford loves books. They love having something to do. So again, the community is what supports us. If it weren't for Rockford, this would not work.
This year, the bookstore crawl welcomed other independent businesses in the area. The polls are open in South Carolina. Coming up, former President Trump looks to win his 4th straight primary in his challenger's home state.
Our temperatures made their way into the mid-30s and upper 30s today, despite all the sunshine that we had. I'll explain part of the reason for that and how quickly we're going to be warming back up into the 50s and 60s again coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Taylor Castro, Reagan Holgate, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Donald Trump and Nikki Haley going head-to-head in the South Carolina primary. The former president holding a 30-point lead in the polls, but Haley has been crisscrossing her home state in the weeks leading up to today's primary. Here's Jay O'Brien with the latest.
South Carolina voters headed to the polls Saturday for the state's Republican primary. Donald Trump barely campaigned in the Palmetto State, but polls show he's still leading Nikki Haley by 30 points.
Big election going on today. You probably have read a little bit about it. And I'm supposed to be in a slightly different location, not too far away, but nevertheless, it's different. And I said, no, I'm sorry, I have to be at CPAC today.
The former president criticized following comments about his criminal proceedings at a black conservatives event Friday, saying his indictments have boosted his support among black Americans because they see him as a victim of discrimination.
Then I got indicted a 2nd time, and a 3rd time, and a 4th time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing.
Nikki Haley calling Trump's comments disgusting.
That's the offensiveness that's going to happen every day between now and the general election, which is why I continue to say Donald Trump cannot win a general election. He won't.
Haley cast her vote Saturday on Kauai Island, where she lives with her family.
It's a great day in South Carolina.
South Carolina is Haley's home turf. She was elected governor of the state twice and later served as UN ambassador under then-President Trump. She insists she's the only Republican who can beat President Biden in November.
We're going to keep going all the way through Super Tuesday.
But many voters in the state still supporting Trump.
I think she should get out.
But Debbie Dial Holtzclaw, who voted for Trump before, says she won't again. The last straw, Trump mocking Haley's husband's military service.
I thought that was probably one of the lowest blows. That, to me, just shows his character.
That was Jay O'Brien reporting from Charleston, South Carolina. After yesterday's snow, the sun was out today, but highs were only in the 30s. Jordan tells us how soon temperatures warm up again and our chances for storms next week coming up.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Our high temperatures today across the region only made their way into the mid and upper 30s at the most for many of us, and that's because we were still dealing with some snow cover on the ground from what we had yesterday. That helped to limit some of those temperatures despite the otherwise dry and sunny conditions that we have seen. We made it up to 36 in Rockford, 39 in Sterling, 37 in Rochelle. Only 33 degrees the high temperature in DeKalb, as they were still dealing with a little bit more snow out there, as indicated with some of our snowfall reports as well. At the Rockford Airport, officially 1 inch of snow as of midnight. DeKalb, 1 inch of snow. Marengo, 1.0 inches of snow. 1.5 inches of snow in McHenry, and some other areas out to the east and to the southeast a little bit higher. Timberlane, just over 1.5 inches. Woodstock, 1.7 inches. And in Lakewood, just over 2 inches of snow fell out that direction. We still are holding on to at least some of that snow cover on grassy surfaces, but nothing really accumulated on roadways, as our road surface temperatures were still fairly warm from the day before. But now we are actually seeing some clearing in the skies, and a nice sunset out there even just a little while ago. Our SkyTrack camera overlooking Beloit, Wisconsin. A few of these upper level clouds still passing through the area, but generally speaking, continuing to see clearing as we get into the night tonight, and not a whole lot to talk about for at least the next day or so, with generally speaking more southerly flow bringing in warmer air into the region and keeping things fairly quiet, at least in the short term. Temperatures at the moment underneath these clearing skies down in the 30s. 29 degrees though in DeKalb, 32 in Rochelle, 34 in Rockford, 32 degrees in Freeport, and 32 degrees also in Monroe. Those temperatures will not fall very far from where they are in the rest of the evening tonight underneath southerly winds. Our weather watcher Jim on the southwest side of Rockford also reporting a temperature of 34 degrees, a dew point of 9. Weather watcher Terry out in Genoa, 32 degrees, 17 degrees for the dew point, and again, winds starting to come out of the south, and he's reporting them out of the south around 9 miles per hour. Those southerly winds really showing when we look just off to the west. Notice the difference between the temperatures in Des Moines, Iowa, and in Davenport, Iowa. 50 degrees in Des Moines, 36 degrees in the Quad Cities, and that's starting to show some of that warmer air mass that's just off to the west that's slowly going to be working into the region as we get into the night tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. As a result of those southerly winds, temperatures do not fall very far for the overnight hours tonight. Maybe a few degrees down into the upper 20s for a few locations, but those temperatures either hold steady or actually rise possibly a few degrees into the night before we get into tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow we do warm quite a bit, back up into the 50s. More sunshine, another very warm afternoon. Winds generally speaking out of the south, but could dip a little bit out of the west, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures into the 50s as we get into the later part of that day, and really don't fall very far for the next couple of days, actually seeing much warmer afternoons in store for many of us as well. Clear skies, steady temperatures overnight tonight, back in the 50s as we get into the day tomorrow. Another clear night in store for many of us. Temperatures again in the 30s for that overnight low, but then as we get into Monday, near record warmth with temperatures even getting into the low and mid 60s. This is also because of our stronger southerly flow from the lower levels and the mid levels. That's bringing some of that more mild air into the region, but eventually much colder air on its heels, and that could bring us the chance for some thunderstorms as well. And that's also going to be evident when we look at our upper level pattern as well. A northern stream trough going to be dipping in from the north and the northwest. Meanwhile, a southern stream shortwave with this enhanced flow helping to bring the chances for some thunderstorms into the region. The Storm Prediction Center has already highlighted a very wide area from Michigan to Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and into northern Arkansas for at least the chance for some severe weather, the greatest chance to keep an eye on as we get into Tuesday. But we are need to keeping still a very close eye on that, as it could trend one way or another for the next few days. That near record warmth for both Monday and Tuesday could spur on those thunderstorms starting late Monday night into Tuesday, possibly Tuesday night, but then some snow chances with much colder air as we get into the middle of the week.
Thanks, Jordan. Reagan's in next with sports. History was made at Rock Valley College this afternoon. More on that is coming up after the break.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The Rock Valley College women's basketball team was chasing history this afternoon, going after an undefeated 30-0 regular season. One more win today would get them to that mark. The Golden Eagles played host to the Olive Harvey College Panthers. RVC on the fast break here finds Ellie Tybert. She cuts inside and goes up with the jumper. The Panthers are trying to go to the other end, down court, but Bree Davis there to shut it down. Nice block from the 6'3 sophomore. Golden Eagles on the offensive again. Sam Tortolot pulls up from mid-range for two more. Davis here fights her way to the rim, trying to go for the reverse, but Jasmine Hale is there to clean it up, plus the foul. The RVC women were rolling per usual with some of the cutest fans in attendance. Tybert again here, making her move into the paint, stops on the stripe and feeds Maya Mitchell for another easy 2-point play. Mitchell had 14 points today. You know what we're missing in this highlight pack, though? A nice three-pointer. The bread and butter of this RVC offense, Carly Colson sinks one there. RVC reaches triple digits today, winning 100-64 to reach a perfect 30-0 regular season. And after the women's game, there was a pretty special celebration. Rock Valley College brought back members of the 1973 football team that also went undefeated. They were the last team to complete that feat, going 8-0-1 during the course of the season. They were honored with a new banner that will now hang in the PEC gym for years to come. And to make the celebration even sweeter, 50 years later on the dot, RVC adds another team to that historic group. That 1973 football team and this year's women's basketball team are the only two in RVC history to have undefeated seasons. Here's a glimpse into just what this day meant to this team.
Those are once-in-a-lifetime moments, and just truly soaking it in and being able to have that moment with our girls 1 through 12, that coaching staff that we have, and they've been bought in from day one, and for them to be able to achieve the regular season goal is huge, and it's something that really gets you choked up when you think about it, and it's something that may never happen again. And we're just going to enjoy this moment and try to keep going from there.
Now switching gears to Big Ten men's hoops, the Iowa Hawkeyes traveled to take on the number 12 ranked Illini today. We'll pick things up in the first half. Justin Harmon finds Quincy Guerrier on the other end for the monster jam. Illinois goes up one after that slam dunk. 1 second remaining in the first, though. Patrick McCaffrey here going to go with the full court pass to Peyton Sandvort, who hits the floater at the buzzer. Iowa only down 1 at the break. Now into the second half, Illini down 4 until Coleman Hawkins knocks down the jumper plus the foul. Illinois trails by 1 after the 3-point play. And just over 3 minutes to go, Illinois up 7. Hawkins gets the steal and hammers it home in transition. Hawkins with a career-high 30 points today with 5 assists on top of that. Illinois holds on to win 95-85 for their 1,000th conference win. For the second straight year, the state line has 3 state champions in girls high school wrestling. Scott Leber has the story from Bloomington.
First on the mats for the first championship match of the day was Hananiga Jr. Angelina Cassiope. She went in with a record of 16-1 at 120 pounds. She faced Sophia Ball of Hoffman Estates, who was undefeated at 27-0. Ball was far and away the toughest opponent Cassiope had faced all season. Ball led most of the way in this low-scoring match. Cassiope trailed 3-2 with only seconds to go when she made a move to get behind Ball, scoring 2 points with only 2 seconds remaining to pull out a 4-3 win. With that close shave, Cassiope became the first IHSA 3-time state champion ever.
How much was your heart racing there in those final seconds?
Really fast. I was very nervous.
This is your 3rd state championship. They say it's harder to stay on top than it is to get there.
Yeah, I'm just excited for next year to make it 4. So.
Only minutes later, Freeport senior Caden Stiddick became the second 3-time state champion in IHSA history. She was matched up against Natalie Beaumont of Cumberland at 135 pounds. Diddick was in complete control from start to finish. She won by a major decision 10-1 to finish the season undefeated at 29-0.
Your final time wrestling as a Freeport Pretzel. What's it mean to you to go out in this kind of style?
It's kind of sad because I won't be able to wrestle with my team anymore, but I'm excited that I had my teammates come down and support me, and they even had the big fat heads, so yeah, it was pretty exciting.
The very next match, it was Boylan senior Natavia Wixon who got her turn at 140 pounds. She was going after her 2nd straight state championship. She attacked her opponent, Schaumburg's Madeline Zarafa Lazarevi, right from the start, bringing her down for a takedown just seconds in. Wixon then got a reversal in the second period. She ran away with this match, winning by a major decision 19-5. It was never in doubt for this Titan.
It means everything to me. Being the first girl that wrestles at my school and being the first black girl during Black History Month for me is just really important, and I'm grateful that I was able to do it to help Boylan Catholic just get it out there for all girls.
3 local girls all proving they are champions through and through. In Bloomington, I'm Scott Leber.
Congrats to our girls on another incredible season. We'll be right back.
That's our show. We'll see you at 10.